Welcome to episode 33 of Girlfriends Knitting. I'm Carolyn, and I go by Call Shirley on Plurk and Ravelry. And thank you so much for checking me out or for continuing to watch the podcast. I hope you enjoy it. This week I have a few things to share with you. First of all, a finished object. I'm going to insert a picture here because I've already given the socks to her of the socks I made up for Stacy. If you'll remember way back when, Stacy was the one who did the graphic design for the Racing Hearts KAL and the pattern. And I promised her a pair of hand knit socks for her design work. Well, I just now got them to her. And there's some stripy socks I'm calling Surfs Up for Stacy because it was in the surf colorway. So that's what I have finished up. And with that in mind, and all of these socks that are being knit, I decided to do a Socktober knit-along. Many people are doing a Socktober knit-along or pink for breast cancer awareness. Please go check those out. This is basically just going to let you quadruple dip or, for the 5th or 6th time dip. And what I'm doing, let me tell you, I've got the threads up on Ravelry already. First of all, you must be a member of the group. You need to complete the socks by the end of October, but you don't have to start them in October. So any socks that you have are fine. They need to be October themed. So something fall, something Halloween, something breast cancer awareness, anything that can be tied into October. You need to include a photo that has both socks, no hose. And you can post as many times as you have completed pairs of socks. So if you have 4 or 5 pairs of socks that only have one sock finished, like myself, you could enter 4 or 5 times. But as a bonus, there are 2 Girlfriends Knitting Designs sock patterns. There's the Racing Hearts sock that the proceeds go to the American Heart Association. And then I also wrote up the Wisteria socks. So if you use one of those patterns, you can enter it twice. So that is going to be the October sock knit along, and I'll close it Halloween night. And in 2 weeks, I'm headed to Rhinebeck, and I will pick up a prize, or maybe 2, from Rhinebeck for the Socktober. Like I said, any socks that you have finished that are sitting there with one sock done, this would be a good opportunity to finish up that second sock. Those are going to be the Socktober knit along, and like I said, I've already got the chatter thread up. I've got the prize thread up where I have one prize entered, somebody who just finished up a pair of gray socks. So that's what's going on. Another thing that I wanted to mention, because I just noticed it, do you see my cute little, hold on, let me pull my hair back, my cute little spider earrings? Thank you, Jackie. I told you that box took me forever to get to the bottom of all the goodies that she gave me. These are one of the goodies that she gave me. I've actually worn them for 2 days in a row now because I love them to death. I like wearing holiday-themed earrings. I don't know that she knew that, but I do, so it's awesome. What am I working on? One thing I'm working on, which is now a pattern that is available, and you all need to go and buy it, is the awesome Bipartisan socks I'm having to stretch this out because it kind of ribs, and so therefore it closes up. But when you have it on your foot, it does not. This is the Bipartisan socks. And I don't think I'm giving anything away because in the pictures you can see this, and I think she mentions this on her podcast. I hope I didn't say Amy. It's Megan of Stocking Knit Zombies. So that's who wrote the pattern, Megan. You knit the toe and foot, and that's the toe up. So that's Bipartisan. They meet in the middle. And so then you knit the cuff down. And so I'm working on the cuff. I've got it to the leg part. And then you join them in the middle. I'll leave the joining part to the pattern, of course, but that's how they work. So I got the foot and toe done. So now I am working on the top down. And then I'll join them and I'll have my second lovely sock. And this is out of El Rey Merino lace. It's a very thick lace. It's kind of like a light fingering. And it's in the teal, lime, and magenta colorway. Loving it. These particular socks, like I said, they're the Bipartisan socks by Megan of Sock-Knit Zombies. They are on sale now, so you can go and buy them. They work great for striping sock yarn, self-striping yarn, or the highly variegated yarn looks great in this pattern. It's a slip stitch pattern, so I very much recommend it. I was one of her test knitters. The pattern is very well written, very easy to follow. Definitely recommend you going and checking that out. And so you'll keep hearing about that until, of course, I finish with those socks. And then I'll get some pictures posted for Megan to come and snag for the project if she so desires. Let's see, what else am I working on? Oh, I'm working on Chelsea's sweater out of Perfection yarn by Kramer Yarns, which is their Superwash Acrylic Blend, DK, in the granite colorway. And I am about to the point where I divide for the sleeves. So I am working it as a top down. It's not written top down. I've sort of tweaked the pattern to make it top down because it is meant to be raglan shaping. So, of course, it's meant for a 17-year-old girl, not me. So I'm about to the point where I divide for the sleeves. So that will be happening sometime. I'll probably be taking this with me to Rhinebeck to knit on because it's basically just stocking knit over and over again. So that's what's going on with that. And the reason is because I'm working on some Christmas knitting, which I'm going to tell you all about at the end. But what else do I have? My premie blanket. Let me tell you about my premie blanket. The dogs ate it. I love my dogs, and they usually do not bother my knitting. But I guess I left them alone too long, and they were too bored because they ate it. Ate it. So, I will be starting another one, probably crochet, because I can crochet one up much faster than I can knit one, and get that sent to the 3 Stitches podcast for the preemie blanket drive. And I'm going to send it to them whether I meet the deadline or not. I may be like James of Wolf Farms and not meet the deadline, but still send it to them. I love those little creatures, but sometimes... But the blanket had been sitting in the, like, table part of the couch. You know, like it has a fold-down thing that comes into a table. It had been sitting there for days, and I would pick it up and work on it and lay it back down. They hadn't touched it, hadn't bothered it at all. And they don't normally bother my knitting, so I don't think about it. And then I guess they got mad because, and I know which one it was, too, because it's the one that always gets into stuff. Walked in one day, and it's everywhere. I should know better. I should know better. So anyway, my premium blanket met with a tragic end this week. So the good news is that it's fall break for me. So today's my last day at work, and then I'm off Monday and Tuesday, so I have a 4-day weekend. Super excited about that. There will be preemie blanket knitting over fall break. What else is going on? I ordered stickers. I did not end up ordering the buttons. They were a little too pricey, and I wasn't sure I was going to get it in on time, and so I didn't want to spend that money and then not get them in on time, and so I didn't end up ordering them. But I did get the stickers, so I'm excited about that. My new glasses are aggravating me. I really like the way they look. Notice one side's black, one side is gray. But as you could see from a minute ago, when I pull my hair back, they kind of get stuck. See how it already did? because of the way it's done right here, when my hair falls forward, they get stuck in the little things right there. And my vision plan, I don't get another pair for 2 more years. You get one every 2 years. And, I mean, they work fine and they look good. My hair's aggravating me with them. So, that's one of the things you'll probably see a lot of, is me going, "Urgh," as I pull my hair back out of my eyes. That's all for knitting that I'm going to talk about right now. I'll talk about it a little bit more in just a second. But I did get something in the mail. Let's see if y'all can see what it says on here. I'm going to cover up the addresses. If I cover up the address, can you see the name? Do you know what's in here? Birthday goodies from the Stocking Knit Zombies. I'm in love. These girls are geniuses. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to give y'all time to get your packages. I'm not even going to show you. I'm not even going to put a spoiler and then say, go away if you don't want to see. No, I'm not showing you. You can wait until they show you or until you get your own. I'm so excited. Okay. When I knit with that stuff, I'll show you. You see what I'm talking about? It gets hung. Okay, on to fitness. I lost 2 more pounds! So since I'm recording on Friday instead of Thursday, because I did not feel good yesterday at all, I had a chance to go to my meeting last night as well. So meeting last week, I recorded Thursday morning, went to my meeting Thursday evening, and I had just weighed myself, and that's how I knew how much weight I had lost. But the meeting was great. This new meeting, I love the leader. Very diverse group of women, all different ages, all different races. Love that. Much better than the very homogeneous group that was here in my hometown. That the ladies were really sweet and lovely, but I did not fit in with that particular group. And so, and I didn't particularly care for the leader's style. Not that she was a bad person or mean or anything like that, but I didn't care for her style. I'm so sorry. The leader at this new group, I really like. She's very motivative. I really like it. And so I'm really enjoying going to this new group. Went last week, had a great time. Oh, I don't have my keys out. But she gave us, hold on. She gave us little, like, motivators to stick in our pockets. And so, geez, my nose is itching. Someone must be thinking about me. Isn't that what that means? Or am I getting money? I don't know. She gave us a little rock that says believe. And so it's just a little cute little rock she made. You know, she just glued it to the back. And so she gave us that last week to carry around in our pocket. And then we're doing a Thanksgiving challenge. And so to remind us of our challenge, she gave us a little acrylic pumpkin to carry around to remind us of our challenge. And that may be something that aggravates you. You may not like the idea of... Sorry. You may not like the idea of having to carry something around in your pocket. And certainly you don't have to. But it does remind me every time because I do stick my hands in my pockets a lot, that, oh yeah. Obviously it's working. I've lost 2 more pounds. So I am just very excited about that. I have been getting fussed at quite a bit at home because I am not working out. I apologize. I've got to go do that today, or I'm going to get yelled at again. And I should be yelled at. I'm not saying anything wrong, and I'm really not being yelled at. You know what I mean. Like, did you work out today? Okay, it's up to you. I'm just trying to point. You know, that's what I mean by yelling at. Strongly encouraged. So anyway, I am trying to get myself motivated. One of the big things that is motivating me is the fact that I got my email today about the color run. I am doing the color run still. It's next Saturday, folks. Oh, yeah. And so, Miss Dragon, that means your run's next Saturday too, honey. Good luck. You're prepared. I don't know if y'all are on the exercise thread on the Ravelry boards, but she's prepared. But her and I are both doing a run next Saturday. If anybody else is doing a run anytime soon, please let us know so that we can cheer y'all on. The good news is about the color run is I can walk as much as I need to and everybody's still happy and fine because it's all about the fun. And so for me, it's going to be the challenge of going that distance, which for some of y'all that's not a challenge anymore, but for some of us that is still very much a challenge. But I'm going to do it, and I'm excited about it. So that is coming up. As a happy for how good I have been doing, since I lost weight 2 weeks in a row, Amy stopped by and picked out 2 sock yarns for me. And she bought me 2 skeins of each color because she knows I need 2 skeins unless I'm going to do a very, very short cuff on the sock. So a Bamboo and You, and this is the striping pattern. That was the one that I got. It's Bamboo and You turquoise, and this is camel. And this is Sensations. Both of them are Sensations, but one of them has bamboo, and the other one is just wool, I think. Hold on, I'm looking at the tag. Yeah, the other one's just wool. So, this is a wool blend. This is bamboo and wool. And I really like these for just simple sock yarn patterns because my little plain vanilla socks, because they hold up so well. It's not an expensive yarn. It holds up really well, so I like it. So I thought that was so sweet for her to grab me some yarn instead of food, because I'm so used to rewarding myself with food, but you can't reward yourself with food if you're trying to lose weight. That's not a great idea. So I'm being rewarded with yarn. Isn't that awesome? I love it. Love it. I'm getting rewarded with yarn at Rhinebeck, too. I have a really nice budget for yarn and fiber buying at Rhinebeck. So I'm very excited. And so that's what's going to allow me to get y'all some goodies for this Socktober as well. Okay, I've got one more thing I want to show you. And I will have several things like this over the course of the next little bit, because it is time to start Christmas knitting. If you haven't already, probably started your knitting and I'm behind. I don't know. So when I'm showing you some Christmas knitting, I will need to tell certain people to go away. So, Mom, I love you, but now it's time to turn off the podcast. I will see you in a few weeks. Okay? Love you, bye. Okay, now that Mom has gone away, hopefully, or she's watching because she's nosy, I don't know. I don't care. If she wants to ruin her own surprise, she is more than welcome to. I got these 2 amazing yarns, and I'm doing Stephen West's Spectra. The lovely Diane Knittables at the Knittables podcast gifted me the pattern for my birthday, I believe. Spectra. Isn't that pretty? So this lovely kind of a blue, it's more gray in real life than it's showing up on the camera. It's not really gray, it is definitely blue, but it's got a grayer tint to it than what you're seeing. And it is Barocco Vintage in the, I can't tell which one's the colorway and which one's the lot number. Oh, here it is, 5194. And our local yarn shop owner, Hank, helped me pick out the color to match. This is the inside. And so I started off with the brown, but it'll transition to the green and then the red and then back to the green and then back to the red and then back to the brown. It is actually not the Noro Silk Garden. It is actually Lion Brand yarn in Amazing in the Strawberry Fields colorway. And I've actually bought this yarn for a sweater, like an outerwear sweater, because it is a little scratchy. I don't think you'd want this up against your skin all day, but it's great for an outerwear, and I love the way it changes colors. And I think these 2 colors together are going to look awesome on my mom. So, this is Spectra. I only have, 80-something more of those little wedges to knit. Not a big deal. But I can knit on Chelsea's Christmas sweater while I'm with my mom. because, well, she didn't care. And Chelsie knows about her sweater because Chelsie helped me pick out the pattern. Chelsie helped me pick out the yarn. So I can knit on Chelsea's sweater anytime, whether Chelsea's there or not there or whatever. It's not a surprise for her for Christmas. But I am surprising my mom with this. Unless, of course, you're watching. Then it's not a surprise for you anymore. I'm sorry. That was your choice. So, there you go. There are not going to be many people getting knitted items for me. As a matter of fact, I made a list. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5 people getting knitted items for me for Christmas. Number 1, because I don't want to make myself crazy about knitting 5 zillion things. And number 2, I gift most people my knitting stuff just like throughout the year. Just I knit something and go, oh, you would love this. Here, have. So, there you go. 5 knitted Christmas items. So if they either know about it, such as Chelsie, or they don't watch the podcast, such as 2 of the other people that I'm knitting items for, I'll just show you. But like my mom, like somebody else who watches the podcast that's going to get something that's knitted for me for Christmas, I'll tell them, hey, okay, go away. And then I will show you this lovely item. So that's what I've got for this week. I hope you have a great Socktober. And on the threads, in the chatter thread for Socktober, tell us what other knit-alongs you're doing with the socks. I know, of course, Diane is doing self-striping. Knit Nerd is doing a Pinktober. So let us know so that we can join those as well. And let us know, of course, too, if you can double dip. So if you can't double dip in theirs and mine, certainly make sure you post it in theirs. All right. Y'all have a great week. See you next week.